Hello everybody and welcome back to Sunshine Islands. It is day 3 of our second year in spring, and it has been a very busy start to the year so far, and it's only just begun. I have more content to cover, so I've done a few things off screen just to spare everybody the monotony. I finished planting what I had of my rice seeds into the paddy. So I removed the Wonderful off of the hoe. I removed the red Wonderful and I put it back on my watering can. So I now should be able to water the full 3x3 square for my crops, which is going to help immensely. I've kept the yellow Wonderful on my hoe for now, just in case I want to purchase more rice and go to till the paddy. And I don't think I really need a yellow one for anything else currently at the moment. I also went ahead and I bought another banana tree seed. I cheated a little bit and I fast forwarded time until about the 12th day of spring, and I figured out what the weather was going to be like, and from what I can tell, it's going to be safe for us to plant all of our tree seeds and not kill them, at least for the first phase. After that, I don't know. I have no control after that. But because it was safe to do so and I didn't have to worry about my bananas drowning from too much rain, we can go ahead and get those trees started. So you can see here with one press of the button, one charge, I can water all of my crops, which is just wonderful. That saves me so much time and it saves so much energy. It's just a wonderful thing. It allows me to grow more crops as well without worrying about expending too much stamina and time. It's going to be sunny until the 5th day of spring, I do believe. Whoops. That was a stupid mistake. So I'm gonna put my dog and my chickens outside. Let them enjoy the sun. My horse has been doing well, and I should be making more of an effort to practice with it on my free time in order to get better in preparation for the horse festival, because it is happening in spring, and I'm fairly confident that we can win this year. I actually got a training time. My best training record was actually one of the times that I would be able to win first place. It was 15 seconds, which is pretty fast, considering that we came in dead last last year. So you can see that our sheep is still bald. And I was correct, the basic sheep that you get will give you wool every 3 days. And the reason I say basic is because there is another variety of sheep that you can get later on in the game. It's a little bit more expensive, its wool sells for a little bit more money, and in that case it's going to take you 6 days. To get a ball of wool. But for our sheep that we have right now, every 3 days we should be able to shear it and get ourselves some extra cash. So our cow has the milking icon above its head, and we are able to play the milking mini game. So we'll go ahead and do this. So the whole point behind this mini game is to touch the blue paw when the marker is in the milk boxes. You have a small, a medium, and a large box, and that's how much it will increase the milk in the jug on the screen above for you. Now, I usually just go for smalls. I don't risk it and go too crazy and do the mediums and larges, and as you can see, I finished with plenty of time. The idea, of course, is to fill up the bottle of milk before the timer runs out, and the fuller you get the milk jug, the better quality the milk will be. So you can see by playing that mini game, I was able to get an A rank milk rather than the C rank that I would sort of normally get. just because our cow currently doesn't have that many hearts. So that's kind of a nice thing to do from time to time, because you'll get a little bit of extra money from that. I still have not really built them an area to graze in, and I haven't purchased any grass, so I'm gonna leave my animals in the barn for now. If you want to have a look at our rice paddy, you can see that yes, there are some holes here and there. So it's not really completely full, but all in all, I think even what we planted right here, once this all comes in, we will get a decent amount of rice out of this. And I would say that I probably have until the middle of spring to decide whether or not I want to plant more rice, because rice comes in after 50 days, so you can't leave it for too long. You have to be careful. Alright, so now we are in the orchard, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to plant my 2 peach seeds on the left side of the second row here, and I'm going to put my bananas beside it on the right side of this row. I have a little chart made up, a Word document of the trees and where they're placed and how much water and how much sun that they need. Just because the game pretty much demands that I do that because of its stupid weather system. Okay, come on, thank you. I was trying to place that. It wouldn't let me. Alright. So, our apples are going to need a lot of water. I'm pretty much going to have to water these twice every single day to get the adequate amount of water needed. Our grapes are very similar. They also need a lot of water. And our peaches and our bananas need a minimal amount of water. So I've worked it out. I have a schedule. I've noted what days I need to water and what days I can avoid. And in the meantime, I just have to keep an eye on those fences, but because I have to be present pretty much every single day to keep an eye on the apples at the very least, it won't be a big deal for me to do maintenance on those fences if they break down. Alright, so I just wanted to go over a few basic farm things, but the main highlight of this video was I wanted to go and raise our final island. We got our 10th sunstone from Chen yesterday, which is needed to raise our final island. And I'm so excited. I think that being early on in the spring, in the second year, and having the ability to raise that final island is really good. I mean, I don't remember exactly when it was that I raised all of the islands when I was playing on my own, but I can guarantee it was not as fast as we've managed to do it right now. So I'm pretty happy about that, personally. Could I have done it faster? Probably. But at this point, you have to realize that we amassed a total of 70 sunstones, which is pretty impressive when you think about it. All the befriending that we had to do, and all of the activities we had to complete. I mean, we really deserve a pat on the back for all the work that we did, I think. I'm just gonna go ahead and sell a couple of things. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm making any money today, because I was late on shipping some things, but that's okay. I'm just so excited. I can't wait to see what's gonna happen. I guess I'll speak to Will while I'm here, just so he doesn't ignore me. Alright, Harvest Sprite. We need to raise that final island. Our last remaining island, Greenhouse Island. Now this is an island for me that really honestly doesn't get a lot of use and is mostly useless for the time being anyways, but it's still really nice to see that coming up off the ocean floor. It'll be nice to see it on our map. Our map will be nice and complete. Now all the sunken islands of the Sunshine Islands have resurfaced. Thank you so much for all you've done, Nick. Oh, it's Wada. And he looks very distressed. That's not good. Well, what's wrong? Sunny Island, earthquake, tidal wave, sank. Sunny Island sank? Wada, forgotten, remembered. Then little Sunny want to return. But Sunny gone. Oh no, this is terrible. Do you think that could happen to the Sunshine Islands again? Dum da da da! Looks like there's some trouble. Sunny Island and the Sunshine Islands are linked. What happens to one will eventually happen to the other. If Sunny Island isn't restored, the Sunshine Islands will sink again. Oh no, what can we do, Harvest Goddess? Well, if you get enough sunstones, you should be able to raise Sunny Island. And I can use their power to cast a spell that'll protect the islands forever. There should be 30 remaining sunstones. If you can gather all of the remaining ones, we can restore Sunny Island. Then the Harvest Goddess can keep all the islands from sinking ever again. Who Nick talk to? Nick help? Yeah, spoiler alert, we're not done yet. I don't know how much of a surprise that really is. I tried not to spoil it, but I know Sunny Island has been mentioned by Wada and by Witch Princess. And so I'm sure some of you were able to kind of piece 2 and 2 together and realize, nope, this can't be it. Plus, you know, we've only gotten 70 sunstones and there are 100 sunstones total. So there are a few things that I should note about that cutscene. So from this point on, you're really not obligated in any way, shape, or form to actually raise Sunny Island. You will no longer have to worry about unlocking characters. From this point on, Wada will live on Mushroom Island permanently with Shay until Sunny Island is raised. So the sinking of Sunny Island actually gets Wada to move onto Mushroom Island permanently. So you never have to worry about missing him again, so he becomes a permanent resident. We will also unlock our last marriage candidate after Sunny Island has sunk, after we get that cutscene. And we will also get temporary visitors who will come to the islands seasonally from Mineral Town. So we'll be getting some older characters from some of the older games that will come and visit. But those characters do not have sunstones. So, I mean, it's entirely optional whether or not you want to befriend them or really you know, bother taking the time to talk to them because they're gonna only be around for one season at a time, generally. And these islands don't ever actually sink. You can play this game until year 20 if you wanted, and at no point is your game gonna just automatically implode because you've taken too long and the Sunshine Islands sink. That's just not gonna happen. So the remaining 30 sunstones is really more or less just for a challenge. The remaining sunstones, some of them are very difficult to get. And it's just if you kind of want to get 100% completion. You want to get all 100 sunstones, you want to see all of the content, all of the islands, you know, that kind of stuff. So at this point, it's getting pretty late. So anyone I haven't talked to, I'm gonna have to just ignore for now, pretty much. I'm gonna go to the diner. I'm gonna feed myself because my fullness is getting pretty low. Eat myself some fish here. Fish is usually a good go-to meal for getting your fullness up, as you can see. And then I'm gonna do one last thing that will ensure we get our new marriage candidate to move to town tomorrow. So in order to have the last marriage candidate move into town, you need to raise all 15 islands, of course. And then once you've done that, you want to make sure that you've gotten the cutscene that introduces Greenhouse Island, Rice Island, and Fruit Island. You do not need the individual bridges that bring you to these islands, but you absolutely must have the Link Island bridge built, which is just this bridge that brings you to this island from your farm. And then, if I've done everything right and I remember correctly, we should get a knock on the door tomorrow morning and we'll be able to meet our final bachelorette. If you're playing as a female, it will be your final bachelor. So once again, I have played super late and it's midnight. I need to go to bed. So when I wake up in the morning, we should get a new character, and I should also have some more content to cover tomorrow, so I hope that you would join me then. Thank you all so very much for watching, and I hope that I will see you next time.